Yo, what is up guys? It is your boy Dylan here from StormRC, and today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be teaching you guys a 5-minute tutorial where I teach you a trick in 5 minutes or less, or a little bit more, give or take. Let's jump into Clearview. Today we're working with the Helis. So this is a flybarred heli and gas, and my real life heli is not flybar nor gas, but it will serve the purpose. I chose this helicopter because it's very large and you can see it. But we're going to go ahead and go into idle up and then take off here. And today, ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to be teaching you the upside down hover. Now I hovered very, very close to the ground, and I would not advise doing that immediately when you're first trying this, but definitely try this in the sim before you try it in real life to try and get very good at it before you go out and wreck your helicopter. But I'm just going to teach you the simple upside down hover and how to fly with the helicopter upside down. So let's get into this. Now I would advise watching my front flip tutorial if you have not seen that already, or it is my basic 3D tutorial where I taught you guys the front flip and then the back flip, as well as a roll to the right and or left, okay, because the same principle applies here. Now we know when we do a front flip that we flip the helicopter over the nose and go into negative pitch when the skids, or the bottom of the helicopter, or the the landing gear, I guess you could call it, when the skids are facing the sky. So negative pitch right there, positive, negative, positive, negative. Okay, so you only want negative pitch when the skids are upside down. Okay, now this holds true for the hover as well. Okay, so we're in positive pitch still, and then negative, and then coming out of negative back into positive. Now the best way to learn how to hover your heli upside down is to do this little method of working right here. Start with a front flip. Okay, if you can do a front flip, then you should be good. Once you can do a front flip, try a front flip in succession. So try multiple front flips, maybe 2 or 3, or just however many you are comfortable with, okay? So if you can do at least 3 front flips in a row with no problems, even if they're to the side just a little bit like mine are, I can do them perfect, but just saying. See, there you go. There they are. There's the perfect ones. But as long as you can at least do 3 or more front flips in a row, then you should be able to do this next part. The next part is I want you to flip your helicopter upside down and then flip out of it. So you're still doing a front flip, but you're hovering upside down for a couple of seconds. Okay? So you're flipping the nose over into negative pitch and then coming out back into positive. Now you can do this stationary if you would like, or you can do it to where the helicopter goes backwards when it's in negative pitch. Up to you. Absolutely up to you. But once you can do this, then you can move on to hovering upside down. And hovering upside down is actually quite simple. It's not that difficult. It is a little bit more tricky than a flip is, because you're going from negative to positive, and in negative you're staying in negative. But it is quite simple. So we're going to flip the helicopter over. Once again, any way you'd like to do it, over the nose, over the tail, or over the sides as well. It's up to you. It does not matter. However you want to get your heli upside down is up to you. But once you roll it over, you want to give it a little bit of negative to make sure you stay above the ground. Now you have to remember, when you're upside down, your controls are inverted if you're doing it the way I'm doing it, which is going over the nose with the tail pointed away from you. At this point, the controls are inverted. So up is backwards and down would be forwards, kind of like an airplane. Okay? So if you're flipping over the nose, your controls are inverted. So if you want to lean to the left, you move the stick right. You want to lean to the left, right, you move the stick left. Okay? Now, so controls are inverted, you have to remember that. But as long as you can keep this little hover right here and then pop out of it, it's not that bad. Okay? This is probably going to actually be a 10-minute tutorial instead of a 5, and that's okay. But I want you guys to get the main idea. So flip it over into negative, hold it, go up a little bit on your negative, and then come out of the flip. But just hovering, you want to keep this negative here, and if you point the tail away from you, it makes a little bit more sense in direction, because left is still left and right is still right, but front and back are still backwards. Okay? So, but as long as you can actually flip your heli over and then come out of that flip like that, you should just be able to flip it over and then keep it in a stable hover. If it gets too close, you just back it up a little. And eventually, you can get to the point where you can do it for long periods of time. But, like I said, just get into it however you wish. My chosen method is... Sorry. My chosen method is over the nose. I did that really close to the ground. I apologize. My chosen method is over the nose, just like that. And I landed it upside down. I landed it upside down and now it's stuck. Okay. But sorry about that. But as you can see, all you have to do is flip it over and go into negative pitch. And as long as you hold negative pitch, you should be good. And then if you're afraid of flipping it back over, just give it more negative so you can get out of it. And then pick your heli back up. But if you can get over into it, you can get out of it. Okay? So negative pitch is not that difficult once you, kind of think about it. To be honest, I think it makes a lot of sense for naturally, just even, to drop the throttle stick when you go upside down. I do that with airplanes too. Not maybe as much as I would a heli, but you go upside down and you give it some negative. Just like that. The higher you go on the stick, the further you'll go down. And then pull out just like that. So ladies and gentlemen, that is about all for this one. I thank you for watching. I hope this helped you somewhat, at least get a feel for how to do this. And I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.